The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your SuperChats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Today is a good day. It is Victory Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, show number 2 is about to get underway. We got Frankie V and Will Parkinson joining us to talk about the Jets getting their first W of the season. It is the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. How much worse can it get for Aaron Glenn's Jets team? Can he salvage this season and give us something to be excited about? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Again, thanks to everyone who came out to the watch party yesterday. We got to see a win, which means it is Victory Monday. Again, thanks to everyone who watched our post-game show and our episode with Joe Badingo earlier today. I want to remind people that if you ever missed the live YouTube show, you can always listen back to it in audio form. Take the show on the go on either Apple or Spotify. Just search Jake Asman Show, and you will see the podcast for the show. So if you ever missed a live YouTube show, there's another way to listen to it on the go. Let's say hello right now to two guys that are pumped up about a Jet victory. The host of the Turn on the Jets podcast, Will Parkinson, and the co-founder of uStadium, Frankie V. Gentlemen, how are we feeling? A W for the New York Jets.
About time.
Curly, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Is Curly getting comments complaining yet today? What's going on with my boy?
We just got started here, so Curly Norman has not trolled.
I'm gonna open my mouth again, and Curly's gonna tell me to shove it. So.
Well, do you think you're the reason why the Jets won? Because this is the first game all year you didn't go to?
I would say I'm at least 30% of the problem. I'm not 100, but I'll give myself 30.
Unreal. Obviously, we'll get to the game, but I've said a lot about Nick Mangold over the last 24 hours. I want to get your guys' perspectives on it, your thoughts on it. Just a brutal way to start the day yesterday, and seeing the Jets win and the O-line playing that well, I thought was, very symbolic of Nick Mangold, and I'm sure, that brought even the slightest bit of happiness for his family going through what they're going through. That's awesome. But you guys' thoughts on the news of Mangold? Will, I know you've had him on the podcast before, so I'll start with you.
Yeah, no, I had a cool experience with Mangold back in 2015. Weirdly enough, I think I told the story for a live show back in April. Sitting, one of my really close friends has unbelievable Ranger seats. I like hockey, but I'm not like I was still in college playing. I was on winter break. I was there to have a good time, partake in some drinking, as the kids would say. And I turn around and Willie Colon, Mangold, Fitz, and a few other dudes walk in, sit in the row right behind us. And obviously I'm a diehard Jets fan. This is literally the week after Fitz choked away a playoff berth in Buffalo. And Mangold could not have been a nicer dude. We bought him a beer, did the whole thing and, chugged a beer with us. And like, dude, we're nobody college kids. He coming off a tough season, like at the end there, he probably just wanted to get out to a game and like enjoy himself. And for him to like drink the beer with us, be super gracious. 5 minutes later, he's walking over, he's heckling the Stars bench, and he's like shaking the glass and doing the whole thing. And it just kind of was who Mangold was. I feel like where he's like great ambassador of the organization, obviously a fantastic player, but just like treated everyone really well. Was a fun dude. He was a guy that kind of represented like a lot of the Jets fan base in a lot of ways of like, we're here to like have a good time and kick your ass a little bit. And we're going to enjoy ourselves after the game. And to me, like that kind of just embodied who Mangold was. Again, could have big time to me. Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of did. And I've told that story before. That's why I just feel like a type of way about him. But Mangold, who's 25 times the player and a better dude, could not have been nicer. And to me, like, yeah, it's awful, man. I was pretty shook up yesterday. I got a text pretty early in the morning about it. And I was like, I really hope this isn't real. And then you just kind of the Rex videos, the video of Willie and Bart talking. You seen, D Wood today on Get Up. It's tough, man. Like, I feel for those kids. It sucks. I lost my mom a couple years ago, and I'm older than his kids, and I'm still not right. So I can only imagine what his kids are going through. And talking to some of the players, and I'll let Frankie go here. Like, a lot of the guys in that locker room yesterday, right before they went out into warmups, found out about it. And I think a lot of them thought, and a lot of the sentiment was like, I thought he had more time. They're like, I didn't think this was like a pressing thing. And it seems like it was, it was a lot more pressing than any of us really realized. So yeah, it sucked. It was a horrible day for the Jets organization. It was a really bad week. And just, people can talk about tanking and all that stuff. Like, the Jets as an organization, the fan base needed some positivity after yesterday of how, just it was a really tough morning. Like, and I met him a couple times, right? I'm not a friend of him or anything like that. And I was pretty shook up. So I can only imagine his teammates and family right now, right about now.
Yeah, and you could tell how important Nick Mangold was to so many people, because when you see what people say about him, I mean, he touched so many people personally. Yeah. I mean, go on Twitter and look at what all these ex-players were tweeting out about Nick. That just shows the kind of person he was. He wasn't just someone, I played with a guy for a few years, or, he was a great player. It was like, no, this was a great man. He was honest. He was different. He loved football. He treated everyone equally, which I think is important. And you just get the sense he was just a great guy based on what everyone else is saying. I never got a chance to meet him, Will or Jake, but we've connected with him in the past, trying to get him to come to events, and things didn't work out. But he was always open with us. And yeah, it's terrible for his family. You don't want to leave, 4 young kids behind. And I think the community will do a great job of rallying behind him and his family. If they're, for his family, if they're putting anything together, happy to support. I know Matt O'Leary's doing something pretty cool with those hoodies and hats and stuff. So we tweeted it out from uStadium. Anyone out there that wants to help out there, check out Matt O'Leary's page. I'm sure Jake will pin all that stuff, etc. So yeah, but it was a rough day. And to that last point, Will, listen. With this Jets game, at the end of the day, I know I'm in that pro tanking a bit more than you will, Jake. So I'm in those circles a little bit more. I hear more of it. Listen, at some point, I'm at a point now where I just wanted to enjoy that football game. Yep. It's not always about worrying about the future and worrying about what this draft pick's going to look like or who this quarterback's going to be. It was an emotional day. It was a great 3 hours. I've been waiting for a great 3 hours with this team for how damn long.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me a piece of something entertaining and fun and it makes me feel good after. The win was great. It is what it is. We can't always think about, and I'm the one that's usually on that side, like, oh, what are we doing to get to a Super Bowl, guys and gals? Forget playoffs, think Super Bowl. But it was a great moment as a Jets fan. The whole day, that whole period was just great. And it was as sad as it could be. And then it ended up being a great moment that we'll remember forever. So it doesn't always have to be this master plan all the time. I think people get too caught up in that stuff, me included. So, but yeah, I feel
it's pretty crazy. 2 weeks in a row, we've, unfortunately, the Broncos-Giants game with, Demaryius Thomas and, died at age 33. The Broncos scored 33 points in the biggest fourth quarter comeback in his franchise history, with Demaryius Thomas being honored, who passed away at 33. Breece Hall yesterday, 7.4 yards a carry. Yeah, Mason Taylor catching the game-winning touchdown, who played with Mangold. Nick Folk, who's 100 years old, who played with Mangold as well, making the game-winning extra point. It's just, there was like, sports works in really weird ways, and I think sometimes it's just like, let's just enjoy a positive moment. There's a lot of time for debating. This was a week 17, week 18 game, and Jake, I'm sure you're going to get to this, of like, oh, how do you feel about the win? If this was a game late in the year that meant absolutely nothing, where the Jets won 10-9, totally understand. It's hard for me to root for losses, but I would understand the sentiment a lot more. To me, it's still week 8. These games are still meaningful. Glenn did a fantastic job, I thought, in the second half of doing things that we really haven't seen him do so far. Manage the clock, 2-pointers, fourth downs. Again, they scored 40 points and 500 yards of offense. Like, if they're going to win 5 more, again, but it's probably not going to happen. But if they win 5 more games this year, and it's like, oh, wow, they were the best coached team on the field, and the young guys were good, you can live with that far more than, like, they won last week with Tyrod against the Panthers, 14-13. It's like, ugh. that it's like, oh, cool, we won. It didn't mean anything. This to me, I felt like was like, oh, can you build on this now and go win against Cleveland, who against not very good? There's at least something there as opposed to the meaningless Miami game last year where Rodgers is playing Snoop Huntley. Like that stuff doesn't move the needle for anybody.
Correct. And if you think about it, at this stage of the year, there's still so many games left. And the reason why they won yesterday was built around a lot of guys who are going to be here next year, right? The offensive line, the bookend tackles playing as well as they did, Tippmann playing as well as he did, seeing the production that you got out of Isaiah Davis, right? The conversation can now be had, hey, maybe we keep Breece Hall. Maybe we try and extend him on a 2-year deal or use the franchise tag. The defense, right? I know statistically they gave up a ton of points and they missed a lot of tackles. But you know what? I thought they battled in the secondary. Brandon Stevens was graded out as the best corner in the NFL this past game. You saw A.Z. Thomas get some valuable experience and could have easily had an interception. Brownlee making the critical play at the end in the pass breakup against Flacco. Like there's a lot to be encouraged about. And it's only one game. Any team can win a game or even 2 games, but it's how they build on it now. And look, they haven't quit on Aaron Glenn. There's still a lot of questions he's got to answer. He's got to continue to show real improvement. But, you started the year 1-7. Now you're going into the, quote, second half of the year. Jets have 9 games left. Can they go 5-4? Is that possible? Can they surprise us? Can they give us something to point to where you feel a lot better about the direction of the team? We at least now can have these conversations instead of, 2 weeks of one-and-done talk and 0-17 and would Woody have the balls to fire him and hire a coach? We don't want to do that. It's miserable.
I was dreading it because I think you guys have, we obviously all do a ton of content on this team. And I don't know, it's 365 days a year. No one's I'm not saying feel bad for us. We talk about the Jets. I'm not saying that. But at some point, I want to be able to talk the next 2 weeks about, I tweeted out before, but what are the Jets going to look like out of a bye? That's a huge test for Aaron Glenn. Jets coaches in the past have been horrendous out of the bye. What do these young players look like? Are they going to really keep leaning into analytics? Because I think we'd all be really, as much as I hate when the Yankees do it, I would be really happy to see the Jets do it. What can they go steal a division win or two where you're like, oh, this is a punchy team that upset a New England team on Thursday night because New England was sleepwalking, or they win a couple of games against fringe playoff teams in Atlanta and Jacksonville, or hey, they go 2-15, but they lose 9 games by a combined score of 41 points, and we're all like, hey man, they're actually not that far away if they get the right quarterback. And Engstrand continues to look really good and develops a little bit more short yardage stuff because his opening scripts and pass game looks really, really strong. It's just in the run game too. It's just kind of cleaning up some of the feel of the game stuff. And I thought he did a really good job. So to me, just having that positive energy, and guys, and I don't know if you felt this way, Breece Hall's quote after the game, again, I talked about this on, I think, JJ's pod yesterday, but everyone's going to clip the 25 carry thing, and I get it. And it's an easy, fun, Breece laid it down on the table. He basically said, Glenn's taught us all the right stuff, and we haven't seen the ball go in the hoop yet. We have not seen a win. And how important it was to be he's teaching us the right stuff. We're doing things the right way. And it actually resulted in a win, and they can now have 2 weeks to – I actually am glad, too. I want to know what a Glenn team's going to look like with a tiny, tiny ounce of success. They have a win. They now have 2 weeks here. Do they pull a solemn, Jets and the Bulls Jets and Gase Jets where it's oh, I'm not going to go to my family's Thanksgiving because I'm playing the 0-12 Bengals? Or is it going to be the solid, flat performance? Or is Glenn going to be different? And again, he wants to break the same old Jets thing. The Jets, since Parcells, have been terrible after the bye. At some level, I don't care if it's Dylan Gabriel or not. If you get to 2-7 and show me something that you're doing things better as time moves on, it gives people both you guys, who I think are pretty critical of Glenn and rightfully so, a little more reason to be I'm not out yet. You're pulling me back in a little bit and showing me something. So that's just kind of how I feel about the positivity of now a 2-week stretch where let's see what you're made of, because it's been all negativity. Now let's see what it looks like with a little bit of positivity.
And you see today, guys, you're going to see today that we're not talking about how bad the defense was. Yep. We're talking about how Glenn was ballsy to go for it on that 2-point conversion when you're down 14. That's how the narrative changes when you win football games.
Finite.
So now that, right? Now that Glenn has won a game, or if he wins a few more games, the conversation changes. Yeah, the narrative changes. You're not harping on all the negative stuff in this game. You're looking at all the positive things that Glenn did. And first win!
I get to play fun videos that don't trigger a-holes on the internet.
You know what was weird, guys, about yesterday? When's the last time a Jets team won a game, right, with 500 plus yards of offense, getting gashed defensively all over the place, but then coming through on the last 2 defensive drives? Like, It was kind of nice to see, like, this is a different brand. It looked like a different brand for the most part. It was nice to see that we won on the backbone, on the backs of our offense versus, some, like you were saying, a 10-9 victory. You're not feeling it's like,
And it's like a lot of the guys that made the key plays at the end of the game, whether it's McDonald or Brownlee and Malachi Moore almost had a pick at the end, Azaria Thomas. Like, I know Joe and Connor talked about it, but like, yeah, Azaria gave up a touchdown, and they were in press man, and Malachi, kind of, I would say it wasn't his finest day or rep, but
it's a tough play to make by AZ though.
Also,
like, tough play, man.
So a lot of people like, oh, what a bad pick, dude. T. Higgins was taking Jalen Ramsey a week ago, and no one was saying Jalen Ramsey was a bum. They were saying how T. Higgins is really good. Like, Jamar Chase,
his only catch.
Yeah, his only catch. Jamar Chase was fine yesterday. I don't think he really was like.
19 targets he had, Will. I only 91 yards. Yeah,
it's kind of like a pedestrian 90 yards, which is, that's the testament to how good of a player he is, obviously. But like the pass defense, it felt like the Jets yesterday, outside of one drive, were like, we're going to make them beat us with the run game. And like, they didn't tackle well enough. Jamie and Sherwood was horrendous yesterday, and we can talk about that till the cows come home. But like,
why was he benched, Will? Have you heard anything on that? Because he was benched for the first quarter.
I'll next time I'm on, I'll talk more about it. I don't want to. I'm going to get yelled at, and I don't really feel like getting yelled at today. We're in positive mood.
Disciplinary reasons?
He was 100% bench, though. That was not a like.
Can you say if it's disciplinary or is it performance?
I would say it's.
He's a captain, so I would imagine it's performance.
Yeah, I would say if you put 2 and 2 together, if he was out for a quarter, I would say it's not a like.
Yeah, and then he ended up.
Yeah.
But I heard something similar.
Yeah, it's not my biggest thing with the Sherwood thing is like Quincy looked really good next to Kiko, which is almost weird because Kiko is so slow. It's like, but Quincy was kind of able to just like freelance and do Quincy things when he was in coverage, and then Sherwood comes in the game and like back-to-back scoring drives right away, and they went at him. And he's not a bad player. He's not a bad dude. There's nothing like to do with that, and I don't think he's like loafing. But I'll tell you, man, like his run fits and the way he's playing, it feels like in sand at times this year, is one of those concerning things. Like, I'm not concerned about Brandon Stevens right now. I think he's a fine value corner at what he's making, which is like $12, $13 million a year. Would you have loved the Jets to use that at receiver? Of course. I think we all would have, but they didn't. And it is what it is. And like him, Sauce, Azaria, Brownlee, to see what they do with Michael Carter, it's a solid cornerback group, right? And like you feel pretty good about that going forward for the next 2 to 3 years. The Fields money, we'll see what happens. But like right now, Sherwood's the one contract on the roster that you're like, I don't love what I'm seeing going into next year. The fully guaranteed, like he's the kind of albatross of contracts right now on the team, which kind of sucks to say. It's only 8 weeks. He could get much better after the bye, mental reset. Maybe he I don't know what's going on there, but he's got to play better, man, because when he's on the field right now, like it feels like teams are going at him in a manner that like is costing them points a lot of times. And that's the one negative out of yesterday. I was like, geez, man, like they get no pass rush and their $13 million a year middle linebacker is not very good.
Well, I'll say this really quick about Sherwood. I fall on the other side of the fence here with Jamian. I think Jamian and Quincy together when they play, I think they don't have that leader there that they had with CJ. Yeah. They don't mesh well together. Damian's unsure really of what's happening at times. He's always trying to overcompensate, or he thinks a little bit too much, and he's always chasing.
He's like swimming right now too much.
Yeah. Quincy's a rocket. Like if he knows where he's going, he'll get there and he'll make a play. If he doesn't, he's all over the place. Jamian's hesitating on where to fill or what that gap scheme's looking like. And it's a mess. So, yeah. But I agree to a degree. But I think Damian's going to get better. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, he needs a week of like, dude, get away from football for a week. Just like.
Totally. Yes.
You doesn't have to play. Like, I wonder if he's taking on, like, I have to be CJ Mosley. And you don't have to be actually CJ Mosley. Yep. I think you need to be Jamian Sherwood last year, who was a really solid, above average linebacker on a bad team, you're on a bad team still. Just be the same above average linebacker. You got paid $15 million a year. It is what it is. No one's asking to be Mosley and Fred Warner and these guys. I wonder if the pressure of that new scheme, the contract, the whole thing is kind of getting to him, because he was never been like super fast, but he looks like he's hesitating a lot. You could
Yes.
brain kind of clicking of like, I don't know if I should go here. Should I do this? And it's like, dude, you start thinking when you're a linebacker, like you are going to get killed. That's just the reality of it.
Something definitely might be going on upstairs too with him mentally speaking. If, like you're saying, and like I've heard too, the reason why he was benched, Jake, wasn't necessarily only performance based. So what's going on? Is he doing all right? Is he partying too much? I'm just saying, you never know, right? Yeah,
it's like let's just like relock in. Like I think Stevens is a great example of he was awful the first 3 weeks. Like it could not have been Buffalo and Pittsburgh specifically. He was horrendous.
Yeah,
and it kind of felt like
he looked good yesterday, dude. He looked really good.
4 or 5 weeks, it's like, hey, dude, like he's not that much worse than DJ Reed. He's a much better tackler, and like he's maybe not quite the same cover corner, but like in the right spot. There's not a lot of missed assignments. Teams aren't picking on him anymore. Like just balance out. Like the contract's the contract. Once you sign it, it doesn't matter anymore. Like you are making what you're making. Same thing with Sauce, I feel like a little bit, where it's like sometimes you feel like he's like trying so hard to be like, I got to intercept this. Dude, I actually, as much as it'd be cool for you to intercept passes, like just be the Sauce of the first 2 years of your career where like no one throws at you. Because if Stevens is a solid player, just like don't overdo it. I just, some of these guys, you take on this mental block, if you will, where it's like, I feel like Soto did this the first 2 months of the baseball season, where it's like, yeah, you make a lot of money. Nothing's changing from what money you make. Just play good baseball. That's it. No one, after that, no one cares. So yeah, the Sherwood thing's very frustrating, but I'm not out on it. He's still a 25, 26-year-old player, and he can figure it out. But if they want to make any type of quote unquote run to like, hey, 4-5 or 5-4, or even 3-6, he's got to be better the last 9 games of the year.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the great Nick Mangold, today's giveaway is a Nick Mangold jersey. So if you want a chance to win, you got to enter the raffle. This is the last show to enter if you want to qualify for the weekly raffle. Tomorrow morning during the show with Robbie Sabo, we raffle away a signed Walt Clyde Frazier jersey, a signed Wayne Corbett football, and we're just talking about CJ Mosley, a signed CJ Mosley helmet. So looking forward to that.
No Jamie and Sherwood jerseys to this guy, Will. He never has a Jamie and Sherwood signed jersey. What's going on with you, man?
CJ's restaurant yet?
No, where is it?
It's in the West Village. When I was at your event, Frankie, he invited me to come out. I have to take him up on it.
He didn't invite me to come out.
We'll go together.
Will, he didn't invite me to
Yeah, what the hell? No, it's like a French place.
Yeah, that is right. I didn't know it was in the West Village. I thought it was in Philly.
No, it's a great location.
Yeah. He has one. He has another one. I know of a location, I think, in New Orleans. I didn't know he expanded. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, put the call-in link as the pinned comment, the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. So if you want to call in, you can. Let me shout out our guy, Eli Betts, diehard Jet fan living out in Colorado. Says 74 for 74, 15 raffle tickets for Eli in our raffle, both tomorrow and at the end of the show today. Hit it. Will, what do you think of Aaron Glenn coming out today and once again declining to mention who the starting quarterback is against the Browns? I think at this point we'd be flabbergasted if it's not Justin Fields after he just played one of the best games of his life. But your thoughts on Glenn not willing to fully say, hey, Fields is the starter against the Cleveland Browns?
You guys let it work once. He's never going to go back. They're going to keep manning his prime and tell you Curtis Painter might start. No, I thought Glenn today was – I don't blame him for not doing that at this moment because I think there's no upside to it. Like if you just say Fields is out and not your guy and he stinks up the first half again, like what if you want to go to Tyrod? Then you've put yourself in a very like precarious situation where everyone's like, you're going back on your word. I think for him, it's like, let's get away from the bye. Who provides it? They're going to obviously go with Fields at this point. And, first of all, I think unfortunately Tyrod is just hard to like trust that he could play a stretch of games where you want to go to him. I do think Tyrod would have started Sunday if he was healthy. And I think the Jets could have won either game. I mean, they didn't get hit. Like Tyrod is a more efficient passer. So, I mean, I assume that he would have been fine. But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be Fields and it'll be kind of the way it was before the Bengals game where like it's your team. If you mess it up enough, then then we'll go to Tyrod. If not, I thought the quote of the day was that Brian Costello is on the trade block, and we don't know the Jets.
Frankie's co-host.
Yeah, he said he was going to trade Kaz and was open to listening to calls. I thought his thing was interesting too on the trade deadline stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I have a feeling like they'll probably make. I think I said this, Jacob. Maybe I said this last week. I think they make 3 total moves. Like I don't think it's going to be 7 guys shipped out. I think they probably trade like some combination of 2 guys, maybe 3. And then maybe they do like one kind of Briggs, Harrison Phillips type move that's a Brownlee. It's like another day 3 pick swap for a young guy that they like, that they think they can develop. I just think like Glenn wants to see if he can be competitive with, and win some games here. Whether that's the right decision or not, some of these guys you could trade in the offseason if they have a good year, right? Like if you don't think Will McDonald's your guy, but he has 6 sacks down the stretch, his value is certainly much better then than it is now.
100%.
Same with Jermaine. I just think Brees and Quincy are the 2 guys like you have to make a decision because otherwise those guys literally can just walk. So I don't know. I don't know about you and Simpson, I guess too, but I don't know about you guys. I think everyone's assuming they're going to fire Sale, and I just have a hard time seeing that. I think it'll be one bigger name, one guy who's likely not going to be here, maybe, and then maybe they go trade for a wide receiver 3 they think they can develop long term, similar to what they've done on the defensive side.
I hope they keep Brees. I don't know where you guys are at, but if I'm only getting a 5th,
I've been begging for 9 months. Give him.
I'd extend him too.
For 24, you give him the tag for 2 years. There's no drama about holding out. Brees gets guaranteed money. You only have him through age 27 season, so there's no like, oh my God, we're locked in long term to a bad number. If he says no to that, I still think you tag him because you could trade him. Unless someone's giving you a 3 or a 3 that could become a 2. Just trading him for a 5th round pick to me doesn't.
No point. There's no point.
I don't know what that does for you. What's the win there? Because he's going to go somewhere else and be
awesome,
pretty damn good. If he gets hurt again, no one's going to blame you for bringing him back. You don't really have a lot of talent. He's not the same player he was in 2022. I think we all know that. I think there's a level of burst that he just, unfortunately, the knee. I don't know if he's ever going to get back, but he's still a damn good player. And frankly, I don't know how you guys feel, but young quarterback comes into Tanner Engstrand, which I think we're all pretty high on. Hopefully we'll feel much better about Glenn by the time we get to the draft. We'll see about that. But Mason Taylor, 21 years old, good offensive line, Garrett, Brees, Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen. You had a rookie receiver and maybe an Alec Pierce or someone of that nature. You're like, oh, this is a pretty good group for a young quarterback. It's not 2021. It's not 2018 with Sam. At some point, if you want to be a spot where people are not shitting on you because you're a bad spot for a quarterback, you do need some talent. And do we know what Braylon Allen's knee is going to look like post-surgery? Has he shown enough? He's a running back 1. I like Braylon Allen, but I don't know. Isaiah Davis is their best back outside of Brees. And Isaiah Davis is a really good Bilal Powell complimentary LT in 2010 where it's good pass catcher, good in pass pro, can take 8 to 12 handoffs a game if needed. Isaiah Davis isn't a 20 carry back. And that's not an indictment on him. Frankie, I don't know how you feel, but at some point, you do need to have some talent here. And if someone overpays, by the way, again, I can't emphasize this enough. If someone walks to you with a 2 for Brees Hall, you have to take it and run. I just don't know if that offer's out there. It seems like it's more a 4, maybe a 5, which is big. Yeah. Pick's going to be in 27. I don't know if that's worth it.
Well, I'll say this. They need to sit Brees Hall down and ask him, do you want to be here? That's
actually have a conversation with him. Yeah,
have a conversation. See if he wants to be here. If he wants to be here and he has intentions to be here, guys and everyone, Brees Hall's only 24 years old. Look at what backs like Jonathan Taylor are doing in the league. Jonathan Taylor's been around forever, it seems like. There's a longer shelf life with running backs now with medicine and health. Brees is only 24. You can't tell me that this team that's been devoid of having explosive players on offense can last, or can function with a rookie quarterback potentially next year. without someone like Breece Hall. It doesn't make any sense. Tanner's finally understanding too how to use Breece, and now Isaiah Davis came in, almost had 110 almost total yards yesterday. Like, he's getting how to use these backs. Don't blow it up right now. But again, on the other side, though, if Breece doesn't want to be here and has no intentions of signing a deal with us, extending in the offseason, you kind of have no choice to a degree. But yeah,
unless you want to use the tag, and then you have his right.
Then you get into a little bit of a dance there. Yeah.
For those who don't know, using the tag, whatever it is, whatever it averages out to, let's say it's around 12 million. That's 12 million right on the cap. You can't finagle it. Whereas if you extend Breece, you could split up the signing bonus. You could manage the cap hits. So if you're building your team, it's a better way to do it if he wants to be here. I would look to keep him because regardless who the quarterback is, you want that quarterback, as you said, Will, to have a legit opportunity to grow into the role of being a franchise guy. And Breece is so good for any young player. He's a good football player, helps you win games.
Yeah, to Frankie's point, I think the conversation to me, with the two main guys is Jermaine and Breece, right? Guys who've been outspoken they want to be here, at least publicly. You know, they're very active on social media. There's no ever secret about what they're thinking. I think you go to both guys, and again, varying situations, I think varying players, but two guys of like talent-wise behind them. You want, when those guys are on the field, the Jets are a better team, right? The Jets are better, obviously, with Breece Hall. They're better with Jermaine Johnson. I just think you need to have an honest conversation with both of them and be like, what are we doing here? Because, again, and same thing goes for Jermaine. I tweeted it out, and I really feel passionately about this. You either got to trade him or extend him over the next 3 months, because Jermaine playing on an expiring contract next year, is that really beneficial for you? And I just feel like what kind of message does that send? You've extended guys early before. Jermaine's probably the cheapest he's going to be, and his value is the lowest it's going to be, and you hope he's going to only get better, obviously, the year off the Achilles. Can't you go to him and say, like, again, we'll give you have the 5th-year option. We'll give you another 2 years at 2 for $40, which is probably pricey for him, but like maybe it incentivizes him to stay here. And it's like, oh, we have Jermaine Hall Jermaine Johnson on 3 for $55 and Breece Hall, on 2 for $24. And it's like, oh, this is how you build a roster out with young guys. When the rookie contract, when the quarterback starts getting paid, those guys start moving off once they're out of their prime. I just kind of feel like for two guys that have had injury struggles, it would maybe be a sign of faith from the organization, and vice versa. I think it would show a lot of like, oh, Glenn and Muji are doing a good job getting out in front of this. The Bills, the Eagles, the Ravens, they're always in a year early, if not 2 years early on these extensions. We did see some really positive signs with Sauce and Garrett. I do wonder if do Jermaine and Breece, the other two, big names from that class, should even at this point, like Jeremy Ruckert's earned an opportunity to probably come back here next year on a 1-year, $750K deal, whatever it is. Like, I know it's not a big deal, but like most guys outside of Clemens and Mitchell, and even Mitchell as a reserve guy, pretty much everyone in that class should be here next year if, they can work out the money.
Tough to argue with any of that. Some super chats here. King Boss, channel member for 11 months. 1 quarter into the game, I said to my lady, what's crazy? I feel we'll win this game because this is definitely the one we're supposed to lose. I did not feel that way, because when it was 10-0 and 17-3, I'm like
the direct opposite.
I'm like, here we go again, an immediate 10-0 hold and 17-3. Like, just it's inexplicable they won, given everything that happened this past week with the clueless owner trashing the quarterback he gave $30 million to, fully guaranteed.
You have an extra one of those?
I will ask my guy Mike Doramo, who's a listener of the show,
Please,
came to the watch party yesterday, gave you this as a gift.
It's an unbelievable stuff.
Oh, it's unreal. Life as a Jet fan. But like everything that went into it, right? The only thing that made any sense is that they won for Nick Mangold, because the Jets hadn't scored a touchdown in 2 straight games. They hadn't scored in the first half since week 1. Fields was benched a week ago. The owner's comments. I mean, it makes no sense. So, no, I definitely thought they were going to lose. And I don't know about how you guys felt, but after they scored the touchdown where Breece throws the touchdown to Mason Taylor, I'm thinking there's too much time left. They're going to lose on a last-second field goal by McPherson.
Yeah. Well, did he get like a 60-something yarder recently, McPherson? Like, he had like he nuked one recently that I was like, oh, boy, this could be – this would suck. This would be Steelers game all over again.
They were driving a little bit on that last drive too. I think they almost got to the 50. I was like, oh boy. I was like, when's that pass to Jamar Chase or T. Higgins coming? I think Flacco may have had a little something going on there. I mean, we all saw him go into the tunnel and come back out. Maybe he was
did he
thinking
take
a little bit too
did he
much.
put in some Toradol? Like, what did he do?
I didn't even think about that.
Unreal.
We usually lose. I did not think, Jake, we were winning that game yesterday, but
no,
you know what? It was a great moment in time that we did.
I thought it was once they didn't catch that interception when Moore wasn't able to come up with that.
Totally.
Like,
he had that.
That was the play.
Yep.
That was the huge moment. We can all be like, holy crap, this draft class, Moore and Taylor, like, back-to-back plays will win it. And then, Brownlee came up with a huge stop on third down. But that was one of those games too, man. Like, again, I know, like, we'll talk about the quarterback and stuff like that, but it just, at some point, like, it doesn't matter. Garrett and Sauce and these guys have unfortunately, like, learned to lose in a little bit of ways being here, like, a couple years now. Like, I don't want Membo and, Mason Taylor getting used to losing. Like, that would, like, because you're going to go through the same cycle again where it's like these guys expect to lose. I want to see them, like, start to turn the corner. And if it's led by the young guys, that's what changed in Detroit. I talked about this last night. Like, Glenn going for it and being aggressive and being like, dude, I don't care. We are going to, like, we're better than you. And, like, again, whether they actually are better than them or not is a huge debate. But, like, I think that's where it flipped with Detroit, where Campbell was just like, I'm going for it on fourth down. We're going for 2. I'm going to put my defense in bad spots, but that's just because I trust you. And then the offense kind of has a little bit of confidence. Like, I hope he keeps doing it, man. Like, I just I'd love to, like, see, like, an identity of, like, the Jets being aggressive. Like, that'd be just Salah was like race to 20. That was his whole thing. He said it publicly, which was insane. I just would love to see the Jets kind of be not Brandon Staley level where it's annoying, but like a very, very smart, like, the numbers say we should go for it here. The feel of the game is we need this fourth down and going for it and not punting. Sorry, my dog's just a maniac.
No, your dog agrees with the take. I agree.
Yeah,
Look, it's one win, but it beats having the conversations we would be having if they were the only winless team going into the bye week, right? So it allows you to at least dream of improvements and going out there and playing a lot better. So I'm right there with you. This one is from Hexen, who goes, I think Fields plays his best when he either gets the ball out quick or takes off and runs. At 2 seconds, if it ain't their run, when he stands there waiting, it's when he looks bad. I think, well, I don't know if you agree. And Frankie, you feel free to weigh in as well because you always have great quarterback opinions. It feels like after he threw that touchdown to Tyler Johnson, where he actually threw with a little anticipation and it worked and was on fourth down, big play in the game to get the Jets back in it down 17-3. Like, something clicked for him. He had a lot of time. He wasn't hit throughout the day. He played with confidence. You can't expect the O-line to be that great every game, especially when you're playing Myles Garrett with 5 sacks yesterday coming out of the bye. But if Fields is protected, you at least have a chance because he at least can make all the plays when he does get confidence. And the way he gets confidence is when he's not getting hit.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little scared of contact right now. We can all say it. I know it's like it's pretty obvious when he runs, he doesn't want to get hit. And I guess it's hard to blame him. It's a little frustrating because, like, multiple times yesterday, not to be negative, but, like, if he just cuts the ball at field instead of runs out of bounds, like, they're probably first downs, not, 2nd and 6. It's probably 1st and 10. He got hit. He didn't get hit yesterday. Like, he really didn't. And I do think, to be honest, like, watching yesterday and how they were able to scheme open guys that most would not be on most NFL rosters with a quarterback who people don't respect his arm. To be able to still, I don't care how bad the Bengals defense is, they're getting paid too, and there is some talent there. They're not a good enough group, but, like, dude, he's getting Tyler Johnson wide open. He's getting Alan Lazard and Arian Smith and Isaiah Williams, who, like, I thought was horrendous the first 4 weeks he was here. That's just a credit to, like, if they get a middle of the pack quarterback play next year from a throwing perspective as a rookie, like, I'm not asking for someone to be, rookie year Peyton and Baker Mayfield and stuff. Like, you get kind of excited about, like, dude, with Garrett out there, maybe a little more talent and just a guy who's going to throw the ball on time in rhythm, this could look like a pretty fun, good offense that and then with that running game, dude, like, I don't know, man, like that, again, it's one game and you don't want to get overly excited, but, like, there is definitely something there to be like, wow, if you can start to build on this and do this with this level of talent, what's it look like with real legit NFL talent on it over the next 12 months?
All right.
Yeah.
Frankie, Tanner Engstrand. I mean, I know you probably had to see a doctor by now because, something in your pants has been lasting.
I got a letter from a lawyer about my obsession with Tanner Engström. By the way, I have to be careful talking about
Magic
this.
I mean, what did you see yesterday though that really excited you from a play calling standpoint?
Man, I love these schemes, man. I love these schemes because the defense, when the defense gets a little bit behind, they don't know what's coming. This play was so simple but easy. This is like a third concept for them in this offense, right? Like that's almost a check down, but done in a more unique way. He loves to use that middle of the field. He loves to make the defense think you're going one way and then have somebody crossing or somebody in a deep shallow the other way. Like, it's just, and Tyler Johnson, that first touchdown of the game, right? Like that made the defense a little honest with the guy. Like you're back there as a safety, like, oh, this guy scored earlier. This guy can ball. I'm going to have to play back a little bit. Doing that early on helps you open things up a bit in the middle. We've seen a lot of, defenses sort of condensed. They don't play two deep safeties on us. Why the hell would you? We're not throwing, in the deep thirds of the field. So they were playing up for the most part. And yesterday they started creeping a little back, like worried about that Tyler Johnson guy a little bit. And I just thought the play calling was masterful, man. To do what they did, like Will was saying, with Tyler Johnson, Arian Smith, Alan Lazard, rookie and Mason Taylor, Isaiah Davis, your third back coming in. I mean, that's impressive. Isaiah Williams got involved. That's when you know an OC is really on something, when Isaiah Williams is making plays. He took a reverse for 25 yards. Isaiah Davis, the other Isaiah, he had almost 110 total yards. That's the sign of a good offensive coordinator, when your third, fourth, fifth options are breaking out explosive plays. Isaiah Davis had a 50-yard run, and the running concepts are awesome. I just like them. There's a little bit of misdirection. You have Lyman pulling. I mean, it's just little things that he got from Detroit. You could tell he's a studious kind of guy. He runs those plays almost identical to how Ben Johnson ran them, and I'm sure we were, Jake and Will, we came into the season, we weren't sure exactly what Tanner Engström did in Detroit. We said, was he the guy that got Ben Johnson coffee, or was he actually the passing game coordinator, like putting like plays together, X's and O's? I have a feeling he did more than we thought, because Caleb Williams is struggling a bit, and I'm not seeing that Chicago Bears offense humming all that much the last couple of weeks. They seem to be struggling more than I thought. They had a few nice games though, but Tanner Engström's a real one. I think this guy's awesome. I just do. And I think he told Fields yesterday, and Fields had to look in the mirror and say, I might not have another start in my NFL career. Tanner probably said, get the freaking ball out. Like, enough. Just get it out. If you throw picks, don't worry. You might not start again. I mean, seriously.
You're closer to the XFL than you are.
Let it rip.
Another contract. Like, you got him. Let's go here, bud.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and to Fields' credit, he did let it rip. He was confident. He didn't get sacked yesterday.
It's so crazy when you watch him in rhythm and he actually is playing well. He's still super frustrating, but like, you see it. And then when he's not, you could just see in his head. It's like,
it's so different.
It's like scrambled brain immediately. So yeah, I just think like this was I think I specifically, and I'll own this. Like, I came into the year with expectations. This was going to be year one, not year zero for this staff. And it feels like it's more of a year zero situation, which is totally, I think, is going to end up hopefully being fine. But like, these guys, I will say, like, generally look better than they did 3 weeks ago, than they did 6 weeks ago. And like, that needs to continue. Now, it can't regress. You can't go into play Cleveland and like,
oh my God, if they come out flat against Cleveland and lose at home.
Like, they don't. And hey, you had a really good plan for Myles Garrett, and Cleveland's DB.
I guess Will was being too positive. The YouTube guy said,
they don't
we're getting
like
rid
that.
of you, Parkinson. We don't like it. Hold on, let's see if we get Will back with us.
Jake, if they lose to Cleveland, are the meme videos coming back?
Oh, they'll be back. But to be fair, because I am a Jet fan who's rooting for wins, what I did immediately after the game was update the video, baby, because we got a dub. Hell yeah, baby. Victory Monday. Will pause. Internet is now working again. Hello, Will.
Hello. I don't know what just happened. I just froze.
They didn't like all the positivity. Well, they're going too far.
No, I just really want to see, like, okay, you had a really good plan for the Bengals defense. Now, what's your plan going forward? And like, I think I look at this more of like, does the scheme continue to get guys open and it's a talent issue, or is it a talent and a coaching issue? Like, I feel like on defense, it's a mixture right now, which is a little bit harder to fix. I think for me on offense, like it's pretty clear it's a talent issue, and that to me is much more fixable than the scheme sucks. Then the scheme sucks and the players stink. Like again, I think if the Jets right now I'll use a fair example. Like I don't know, they get a quarterback that gets the ball in 2.5 seconds, not 3.5, and not like Dylan Gabriel and Aaron Rodgers fast where it's just checkdowns. Like just a traditional, normal style of playing quarterback. Even with this talent, you'd be like, wow, there's guys open. Like this is working. That's why like the field stuff was like you couldn't play him because he's
not. You know what? To what he was saying, though, just to pick up from that, because I wanted to say one quick thing.
Can you read his mind? Can you go inside the mind of Parkinson? What was he going to say? Let's find out if you're right. Will's back.
Will, I know what you were going to say.
Yeah. Go for it.
You know what he's going to say? He's going to say that Tanner Engstrand's the best offensive coordinator the Jets have ever had. He was getting his hand there.
He does give a lot of LaFleur vibes where, like, you see like what's going on there, and you're like, hey, just a little bit better feel for the game. Can you get even average quarterback play? Like, again, we keep going back to it. I would have loved to see LaFleur with Aaron Rodgers and see what that would have looked like, and maybe we're having a different conversation. I don't know. Can they draft somebody that can just be like the 20th best quarterback next year? And just being a normal, efficient, like again, just a normal quarterback.
What I'm hoping for, and Jake is all right. Now that the tankers are out with their pitchforks, now they're all pissed off that we won this game, and I'm telling them all, try to calm them down and say, hey, it's only week 8. Like relax. Yeah. Like it's not. There's a lot of football. We don't know what this team is or who this team is. Just because people thought that we were going to go 0-17. It was never a reality. And even if it was, you start having those conversations when you're 0-14, not when you're 0-7. It's just too early. Plus, I'm hoping, I don't know if you guys are hoping this, what Will said is 100% true. With the way Tanner Engstrand looks as an OC and what he could do at passing concepts, just strictly on that front, if you can bring in a quarterback who can be the 15th to 20th best quarterback, that would work wonders here with this guy, I think. I mean, we have to see. It's a good free agent
class, right? Like Goff's he's a top 10 guy right now, and I think on talent you'd say he's more in that 15-ish range, but he's really efficient. He throws the football on time. He's got a lot of talent around him. Like,
with this class, I want to see Dante Moore and Ty Simpson. I'm telling you guys, I'll make a little call here. I think when this process is all said and done, I'm not sure Fernando Mendoza is going to be the clear-cut number one pick, number one quarterback. People love Ty Simpson's ceiling. He's getting a ton of love. Dante Moore is a freak. I mean, that kid can whip it, man. That kid's he's probably going to run a 4.5-ish 40. Like Mendoza's not. Mendoza's going to run like a 4.85 or 4.9 if he's lucky. So I'm just saying, like, this is a draft that there is not one Andrew Luck, prospect or Joe Burrow where even if the Jets are drafting 5th or 6th, trade a first-round pick and move up a few spots if you want Mendoza if he's there. You put your money where your mouth is. Like, I understand it's better to not give up the pick, but they got to build something there, man.
Look what the Giants
not
did.
Going anywhere. Yeah,
like they traded back in. There's so many different avenues. Mahomes.
It's not a one-size-fits-all thing, dude. Jake, you talked about this morning. Like, I don't know. Did anyone think that Drake May was going to – I mean, I guess a lot of people did, but, like, Drake May and Jaden Daniels looked significantly better than Caleb, right? And Caleb was a generational can't-miss guy. Like, I saw that, as I say. I saw the graphic.
Drake May might be better than both of them, honestly.
I saw this on X, so I pulled it. I forget where I saw it. Otherwise, I'd give credit. But whoever made this, like, look at this. So on the left, it's the first quarterback drafted by the year, and then who actually has been the best quarterback of the draft class. And a lot of years, it's not the guy that was the first quarterback drafted. And let's be real, some of the years it's because there's really just nobody else. And no one looks at this.
2021 and 2019 aren't
exactly. I know. I love how Kenny Pickett and Mr. Trubisky are just in that group.
Trevor Lawrence's competition is that stiff, shirtless loser, Zach Wilson, like Mac Jones. Like, it's not really Justin Fields, who's been benched 97 times. Like, there's a million ways to try to address quarterback. The Jets have not been able to figure it out, and we all understand that. But to me, like, you don't have to root for losses because they're probably going to lose on their own. And like at some point, hey, what if they build an infrastructure and they do what the Bills did, which was be a team that kind of had everything figured out and knew they needed the quarterback. They traded up twice. The Chiefs traded up. The Rams, in some ways, like it worked. They traded up. The Eagles had traded up in the past. Like the Cowboys have figured it out. A lot of these teams, the Giants traded up. The Giants gave up a 3rd-round pick and ended up finding their guy, or apparently their guy who throws for 165 yards and has cool hair. I don't think this is like a one-size-fits-all situation. Justin Herbert was not the number 1 overall pick. Even if you don't like Tua, like the Dolphins thought they found their guy and they were able to
His
make
girlfriend might be, to be fair.
Yeah, well, Justin.
Shout out to Jericho's own
A lot of
Madison Beer.
Will Pod, the Bills traded up to get, you said that, right? With Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
it's nice. They traded up with Allen. What, they picked 20, then they moved to like
I think 12 to 7.
12 to 7.
Yeah, they moved up. Like, I mean, it's if you can identify the quarterback, it's more important to have the system in place, identify the quarterback, then you make the move. Not say, oh, we have like I was happy yesterday, not because of not only, because of doing it for Nick Mangold, which I thought was monumental. Like it was a great moment. I thought it was a great game because the offensive coordinator and the offense showed that, damn, if we can get a quarterback who's average here, this could look really good. And I think they'll figure the defense out.
Yeah.
So,
and defense is easier to figure out in a lot of ways, of like more reps in a system and different things like that.
totally.
Like, I don't know. Like, what if their number 2 receiver next year's, I don't know, Mekhi Lemon or Carnell Tate, and they trade up and they draft a quarterback early and they trade back up and get a receiver? Like, there's a million ways to skin a cat. And it's just, I don't know. Hopefully I don't do this, but like they pick 4th and they take Bain out of Miami and then they come back up and whatever. Again, that's probably unrealistic. My point is like,
It's not unrealistic. Actually.
yeah, there's just a lot of ways to figure this out. And I'd much rather figure it out if we think the GM and the coach aren't dog shit. Like it'd be really nice to be like, oh, we actually might have a coach here. And like, I'm seeing signs and the GM actually might know how to identify talent. And then you feel much better about him drafting the quarterback. Cause at the end of the day, like if the infrastructure's there, the talent's there, and you feel decent about the head coach and GM, again, it's one game. We could all feel like these guys need to get fired, in six football quarters from now. But there's also a chance that they're punching New England at 2-7 and they drop a game 24-21. And you're like, okay, dude, this is 5 straight games where like they're in it in the 4th quarter. They've taken, they've won a couple of games. They've dropped a couple of decent teams. Like that's what we all wanted to see this year. It was like a fun, well-coached team that we feel like has an identity moving forward. I just would like to see more of what we've seen, yesterday than what we saw, Buffalo, Dallas, games like that.
100%. Super chat for the big fella. Muji doesn't get enough credit for his draft and signings.
The problem is the Barron trade up was as just like looks worse. That guy is going to be my new Malachi Corley. There is no shot that guy's on the roster in 12 months.
And also Fields, like he had a great game yesterday. They have 1 win this year, so he gave him $30 million guaranteed. So I'm not celebrating.
The guy with a historically bad quarterback win-loss record who's been the same player for the last 6 years.
Yeah, like look, I and also if you want to give credit to Muji, give credit to Glenn, because even today when they ask Glenn questions about the approach of the trade deadline, Glenn's giving real answers on what he's going to do. When Robert Saleh has been asked the same thing, it's always, well, it's a Joe Douglas thing. So we all know that Muji works for Glenn. They work in a tandem, and the final decision maker is Aaron Glenn as well. So we'll see. The King writes in my time being a Jet fan, one thing I've learned is never trust the Jets to do what you think they're going to do, and that's even losing. Yesterday's game kind of had that Mike White against the Bengals feel because it was just so unexpected. Most of us thought they had no chance. And here they have this historic game. It's the most amount of yards they've had in a game since that 2021 Mike White Week 8 game against the Bengals.
The Jets own the Bengals.
They do.
Yeah, they do. Actually do.
Although someone brought this up, well, I was trying to think about it. Was that the Jets' first win in Cincinnati since the playoff win?
They lost
the Gase year.
They lost in the Gase year, which was what, 19?
I was at that Cincinnati playoff game, by the way.
The 0-11 Bengals. We got revenge for the Jets losing to that team.
That's the case. Weird. Woody's daughter passed away the week of the Bengals-Jets playoff game in 2009. Or whatever.
That was the game I was at.
Yeah.
That was a cold. Wasn't that game in the snow? Do you remember that game?
It was a freezing cold one, and then it was like freezing again in Cincy, and Dustin Keller had the big play. I don't know if they've I don't think they won in Cincinnati since then. You might be right.
I don't think they have either. I think I heard that too, Jake.
They won the game, the Mike White game, obviously. They lost in 22 with Burrow against Flacco.
That was actually the game they put Nick Mangold in the Ring of Honor.
Which is weird. It's just really weird. There's a lot of weird. Dude, I'm telling you, it's weird. There's just weird stuff.
That happened yesterday. Yeah. Did you see that? What Rich Samini said? The probability in the fourth quarter of us winning that game, the only other time the Jets have overcome those kind of odds when you're down, I forget the amount of points, whatever it was, but was the Monday Night Miracle.
Which is
so it was like, so it's crazy to think
right.
They had a 97.5% chance to win the game with 9 minutes and 28 seconds left in the fourth. I mean, when do we win games like that? If you don't think something weird was going on, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, some people don't believe in that stuff. Maybe it's a coincidence, but that was an awesome win. I was arguing with Nick earlier about it. He's all pissed off about us winning because he loved Nick Mangold, so it was kind of he didn't want to.
Nick, the co-founder of uStadium.
Of uStadium, yeah. Sorry.
What's his Nick's actual name? Last name?
Spano.
Nick Spano. That's right.
Do you think Kirk Herbstreit feels bad about giving Wentz a hard time when he's now out for the season with multiple injuries?
What did he say exactly? Yeah.
He was going on? Basically insinuated he was being a bitch for complaining about being hit. And
how did his dog get involved in this?
He brings his dog everywhere. It's enough. All right, we get it. You have a dog. All right, why does he gotta go with you everywhere? The
whole thing was just I love Kirk, but it was just dude, Carson Wentz is knows his career is probably done if he gets hurt and he's playing. He clearly was just getting mutilated out there, and it just came off as a really weird listen, man, Wentz has got a lot of flaws. He's not very good, but
I thought Wentz was going to be good out of college, man.
He's
I was
never not been tough.
That was my guy.
He's never not been tough. I don't think that was a fair comment to be you can't complain. He threw his helmet because he obviously had broken ribs and a concussion. Sorry, man. He was a little banged up. He got upset.
Unbelievable. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Dylan Terriman just sent me a text. You guys ready for this? I will pull up the recent history for the Jets and the Bengals, and we will confirm the last time the Jets won a game in Cincinnati until yesterday was the 2009 AFC wildcard game.
The game I was at. There we go. Nice.
Right.
Keller touchdown. Sanchez on the bootleg rolling out. I think Revis had a bunch of pass breakers. He might have had a pick in that game too.
Good pick, yeah.
That was a fun game, man. That lot was freaking bumping. I remember that was a good time. I don't remember.
I don't even remember I don't remember the game in 2013. The Jets lost 49-9. I don't even remember that game.
I'm gonna pull up this box score.
I believe it.
I think Sanchez. Sanchez is an awful game that day. I think he had 4 picks, right?
Geno Smith, 20.
It was Geno.
159 yards, 2 picks. Matt Sims, 7 pass attempts, also took multiple sacks. Andy Dalton threw for 5 touchdowns, 325. Marvin Jones had 4 receiving touchdowns.
Damn.
I didn't remember that.
This is a tough box.
I kind of remember that.
This is Josh Cribbs returned 5 kicks for the Jets. The Jets' leading receiver, while we're at this, 8 for 80 for David Nelson. Wow.
Nice.
This is
former Bill.
Their leading rusher. If someone can get, I will Zell some. Actually, I'm not going to do this. Alex Green, if anybody remembers Alex Green, played 1 year at the Jets. Literally played the only 2013. 20 yards rushing. That was their team high on 11 carries. That is shameless. Shameless work from
terrible. That's a box score for the ages.
That team went 8-8. I've always said the best coaching job Rex had in his 6 years was the 2013 Jets with rookie Geno Smith and a roster that was not very good going 8-8. It's unbelievable.
That's
wild.
It
makes me feel better. Alex Green literally never played in the NFL again after that year.
Unreal. Gentlemen, this was a lot of fun. Good to get you both on. We got great feedback the last time we did the panel, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know how many more wins we're going to get, so let's do something fun on a Victory Monday for everyone out there.
10-7 if you don't start 0-7.
That's right. That's right. Will, plug the pod. Frankie, plug uStadium. Will, you go first.
Yeah, no, I got the pod coming out. I was on JJ's pod last night. Did It was supposed to be 20 minutes in classic. Me and JJ could talk to a wall. It's probably like 45 minutes on there. So plenty of thoughts. Going to have Mike Renner on midweek. We'll talk some quarterbacks and some draft stuff. And yeah, again, subscribe to Badlands and turn on the Jets. And yeah, appreciate everybody. Not a lot of negativity today, which was nice. Shout out to Curly.
Church. I told you, man, wins just get the people going. That's what we want. Winning football.
It's provocative.
Frankie, uStadium. What do we need to know? Although I will already give you a plug. You were on the post game with Ryan Sampson for the Gangs Out Here pod yesterday, so that's a great listen for immediate reaction. But what else is new with uStadium?
Yeah, so everyone, I know, Will, you're doing something maybe on draft day, so I don't want to compete here. But if anybody wants to come out and play golf draft day, we are going to have a whole outing set up for everyone. We'll have a lot of giveaways, great food, some quality items we're going to give away, drinks, etc. So come out, enjoy some golf, and then we'll do a little, a draft day experience where hopefully Jake will be there and others, and we'll have a pod going. We'll do some predictions on the uStadium app. We're going to update our product in the next couple months, so you can have live predictions as to who you think the picks will be. You can win some points, win some money, win some other giveaways and good stuff. So keep draft day open. I'll give you guys a discount code at some point, Jake, and we'll talk too. I'm going to try to get you guys out there too. I know you guys do something for the draft, but we'll see if we can come together. And
you guys ready for the cringiest quote of 2025? Adam Schefter just now. Eagles chief of security Dom visited Cam Scadaboo in a Philadelphia area hospital, brought him some snacks. Per the Philadelphia Inquirer, pizza and cheesesteaks. What are we doing? What are we doing? Enough.
It's a nice gesture.
I don't care about Big Dom, and no offense, why does that matter?
That's anti-Italian discrimination.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, what are we doing here? It's the most reputable reporter in sports, and we're tweeting about Cam Scadaboo getting snacks and goodies. Jesus Christ.
If Big Dom will deliver me some cheesesteaks and pizzas, I'll have that as I watch Monday Night Football tonight.
Almost as shameless as Shams saying Michael Jordan was lying, only to be proven wrong within 4 minutes.
What did he say?
Shams went on McAfee and basically said that Michael Jordan was lying about the free throw story at the Ryder Cup this summer. And
then there's video of it. Yeah.
And within minutes, dumped on him. The guy that's his entire ad presented by FanDuel and anything Kyrie Irving and LeBron say I'm going to go with. I've never seen a bigger – that was embarrassing. The NBA, we got to do better, man. We got to be better than that. Rip Woj, not actually his life, but his career. Woj was the best. He used to go on draft night. The Knicks are seriously considering Kristaps Porzingis. Bad 3 seconds later.
The NBA, that commissioner's getting a lot of hate recently.
Yeah, people watch the games on Twitter highlights instead of the games. I'm sure his business partners were really happy to hear that one. That was always smart. Always tell people not to watch the games that are paying you billions of dollars.
All right. Well, on that note, gentlemen, thank you both for coming on.
It's been a pleasure, my guys.
Your victory Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, hit it. Let's go.
First win!
Nice to win one, huh? Hey, this was sent to me by a longtime listener of the show. I want to give a shout out to Mac. I want to give a shout out to Lars, a shout out to Jeff, and everyone who is a part of the Jet fan group in Columbus/Central Ohio. They were at the game yesterday. They're surrounded, man. You got to be a special breed of diehard. There are no Jet fans in the crowd. There's 5 I could see here. Hey, shout out to every Jet fan who was at the game yesterday. Nick Shine was there. Gotham City guys were there. At least you got to see an all-timer, huh? Who knows if it means anything beyond just a nice win that's an outlier, or if it's the start of this coaching staff proving they know what they're doing, but you saw something. Now we got Jet fans.
Nick Mangold! 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 Nick Mangold!
Oh, man. That's awesome. Oh, we got some more Jet fans here. We all congregated after the win, I see. I like this.
Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold!
Best fan base in sports.
Nick Mangold!
Look at this.
Nick Mangold! Nick Mangold!
Hell yeah. No better fan base. No better fan base. Hey, thanks again to Mac and everyone over at the Columbus Central Ohio Jet fan group there. Fireman Ed representing the fan base with everyone there. Awesome. Awesome. We mentioned Aaron Glenn this morning. Didn't want to name a quarterback. Here was that sound if you missed it this morning.
We were evaluating the quarterback position last week.
Yeah.
With the way Justin played yesterday, the natural question is, does he get the start against Cleveland, or is that something you're going to have to weigh over the next 2 weeks?
Well, Cos, I think you know my answer is going to be on that. This is a bye week, and we're going to focus on us. And listen, I have time to make that decision. So, again, and that's one of the good things of the bye week. But seriously, man, this gives us a chance to really just hone in on the good, bad, and ugly, and try to get those things worked out, because we know we have a ways to go.
I think it's going to be Justin Fields. Now, if Tyrod was healthy, I think it would have been Tyrod Taylor after Woody Johnson opened up his mouth.
If we can just complete a pass, it would look good.
But you know what? Like, you can't bench Fields after he just played like that. I mean, come on. Ride the hot hand. See if it stays hot. See if it was just, a divine power helping the Jets get a win against all odds. But you got to start Justin Fields again. Right? I mean, you have to. Now, if he looks like absolute dog crap, I think he still has a short leash. If the London game repeats itself and you have a chance to win the game against the Browns and you're at home, you got to make the change. Like, that's the problem with Justin Fields. He is capable of being electric. We saw it week 1 against the Steelers. And then week 2, he was horrific. He was great yesterday. The previous 2 games, he was so bad he finally got benched at halftime of the Panther game that I unfortunately was at and to watch in person. So I think you start Fields, but I think there's a pretty short leash if it looks as bad as it did in London again. Right, if he's okay in the first half, you're not going to bench him. You'll give him the game. But if he looks horrible again, I think you got to obviously proceed with caution. In honor of Nick Mangold, we are giving away a Nick Mangold jersey on the show. So raffle away, or enter the raffle, I should say. And this is the last chance to enter tomorrow's raffle. CJ Mosley helmet, Wayne Corbett signed football, Walt Clyde Frazier signed jersey. Costs just $5 to enter the raffle. You gift the membership. You get in that way, or $10 to enter via SuperChat. That will get you 2 raffle tickets. Man with a Rake says, Bengals defense ranked second to last. Browns D ranked number 1. Real test coming. For sure. The Browns can't score, though. They're starting a rookie quarterback. So can the Jets defense show up? You're at home. Can you force some turnovers? Craig, I just saw your super chat here. I'm not sure what Fitz story you're referring to. I think you mean the one that he told at the beginning with Mangold, or we ran into him and Fitz at the Ranger game. Ralphie rocks in the raffle for 2. Says, so far, Fields has been excellent, and we scored 30+, or he's been terrible, and we've scored less than 14. Any chance we see consistent, competent quarterback play? I wouldn't bet on it. No, I wouldn't. That doesn't mean that they can't beat the Browns, though. They should be able to beat the Browns if they've turned the corner. I'm not willing to go that far yet, though. I got to see it. The King says, RIP 74. Amen. Amen. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in on the conversation. I'm going to get to your calls coming up, so load it up. First-time callers get 2 raffle entries for being a part of the show. What I'm going to do right now, though, is I'm going to play you an excellent film breakdown that former Jet, current CBS analyst, Leger Duzable put together. He put out a bunch of film clips on his socials, so I put it all together for a short breakdown. Figured this will be fun to watch on a Victory Monday. Then we'll get to your calls as we continue here on a, once again, Victory Monday. Hell yeah.
Love it again by Tanner Anstring. I love it. Under center first and foremost, right? Which helps with the play fake, makes the linebackers buy the fake. Also, take your shots down the field in bigger personnel. You see it. This is 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, right? So they have to match up with that. You got these 3 linebackers on the field. It's a nice clear out by Arian Smith. Nice dig route by Tyler Johnson. It's a nice timing throw by Justin Fields. Look at him. He lets it go right when he's coming out of the break over the linebacker's head before the safety. That's nice. That's what you want to see, right? Attack them vertically in bigger personnel groups. So take one more time from the top. The heavy play fake. That's all you need is them just to buy a step. You get the clear out to hold this safety. You're throwing this dig in behind it. That's nice by Fields. This is nice by Fields. 4th and 2. Big boy throw right here. Right now, the Bengals are trying to disguise, right? Now, the corner goes over instead of the safety, right? So maybe you're thinking it's zone because usually, the safety has the tight end, but they are in 12 personnel. So the corner goes over. You see the communication. I think they switch responsibilities so Geno Stone can add. It's a nice job by this safety holding it and then timing up the snap count, right? It's all-out pressure, man across the board. Nice by Alan Lazard. He just spots up right here. So Justin has this throw right here, but I love that he threw the corner route. This is a big boy throw because this corner is square right now, so it's essentially a two-way go. Tyler Johnson runs this corner route. And Justin almost hitches, but then he lets it go. He gets hit as he's throwing it, and that's a dot. I mean, that is an absolute dot. See it one more time. You see the pressure off the edge. Hit as he's throwing. He doesn't even get to finish the throw. Right? Again, he has Mason Taylor here to the flat. Nice job by Alan Lazard not getting the OPI. But look at the placement of this. That's a dot. 3rd and 10. This is what playing and timing and rhythm does for you. I mean, ball's out when Isaiah Williams is coming out of his break. You can see it right here. It's deep out. Ball out. Let's him turn upfield. First down. Justin just saw it better yesterday. See this bang 8 right here. Again, throwing in time and rhythm. Isaiah Williams really stepped up yesterday as well. Tyler Johnson had a big game too. But yeah, this is just Justin playing in timing and rhythm. This is a nice field by Isaiah Williams, right? He feels this linebacker here, so he just spots up. Justin hits him between the numbers, gets up the field, 11 yards. This is all in the 2-minute drill. I actually love this throw from Justin Fields. Nice job by Alan Lazard widening this out, right? He's trying to stretch out the corner because he wants to release inside on this bang 8. They teach you in football, right, in the red zone, helmet or higher. He has to get it over this linebacker right here who's in coverage, and he puts it up there a little high, but that's great placement. Like, again, you got to get over the linebacker. Kind of want to get this up and down. Don't mind the throw, but the Jets come away with 3 at the end of the 2-minute drive.
Great breakdown there from Leger, good friend of the show. So appreciate him putting that together. We haven't had a lot of these great moments to share, so let's enjoy them. Hey, huge shout out to Craig Nestle, who just signed up for my Patreon for the entire year. Craig, I got you in the weekly raffle tomorrow for 10 entries. You save 15%. Make sure you get in the Discord now. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate everyone out there. We are still growing as a channel, man, despite this team being 1-7. So that's unbelievable. We're at 43,060 subscribers. So thank you guys who continue to watch. Party with Peg and Artie. 2 weeks, no tank talk. We're close, Curly. That's right. We could put the tank on hold. We don't need to do tank talk. We have the entire offseason to debate the quarterbacks. So we don't need to do it right now. We will do some quarterback conversation later in the week, next week during the bye. Be fun to look at some of the film on some of the top guys to get a little feel, but let's at least for today, enjoy a W, huh? Nick Mangold jersey giveaway at the end of the show for those tuning in late. Let's get to now some of your calls. First up today is Niall, Newark Jets. Hello, Niall.
What's going on, Jake? What's happening?
What's up, man? Happy Victory Monday.
Yeah, thank God we finally got it done. Some redemption. Like, it's been a while, like I can wear my jersey proudly. Like even though we won at 7, it just feels good to just get a win. Like, I felt like I almost cried after the game yesterday. I was so happy we won because I was like, it's been brutal for these guys. Like, y'all been killing them in the media. Like, it's been bad, yo. Like, and then RP to Nick Mangold also. That was really sad.
Yeah, absolutely. That to me is what made that win feel so sweet too. Just getting a win, after everything that we learned about what happened with him in the morning.
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't think I'll be affected too much by it, but he's only 41 years old, man. It's like, damn, like, I love that Jets team too. Like him, Tomlinson, Sean Green, Braylon Edwards. Like, that team was incredible. Like, that's the glory days right there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And Rex, I seen Rex's what he did on ESPN. That was really sad. And man, that was a good win. Like yesterday, I was chilling. I didn't get to the game. I mean, I didn't watch the game till about the second half. I'm like, they gonna lose. Let me just go to Walmart and do my little errands and stuff. But I caught the final fourth quarter, and I was like, wow, we really about to win this thing. Like, incredible. Like, I mean, I was with you, man. Like, I kind of was like, I'm done with Aaron Glenn after the whole Aaron Rodgers situation. Like, bro, you kick Rodgers to the curb like that, man. We had a team that was going to be decent this year. I'm done with this guy. Like, but maybe he knows something we don't know. Like, I'm thinking about Fields. I'm thinking about the quarterback from Richardson from the Colts last year. How he came and beat us at home last year. I'm thinking they thought Fields could be like a Richardson off the Colts. So that's why they went with him. But yeah, man. Hopefully Aaron Glenn can do something, turn it around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm still on the fence, but whatever.
It's early, man. It's early, right? There's 9 games to go. They needed a win in the worst way. I think all the criticism, while it was harsh, I think a lot of it was fair, right? I mean, they looked awful for a lot of this year, and they were the only team in the league without a win. So they got one, and now you hope they build on it, because I think we learned a lot about this staff, how they play at home, coming out of the bye against the 2-6 Browns team.
Yeah, they got to kill the Browns, man. Let's go. Let's destroy the Browns. Make a statement. Let's put the league on notice. You know what I mean? Like, we back. You know what I mean? That'll be the best case scenario. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully.
Well, I'll tell you what, Niall. I appreciate the call, man. I don't know if killing the Browns will make the statement you think it is that we're back, but it will at least show us as fans, hey, there's Aaron Glenn's first win coming out of a bye in his first attempt. Right? If you beat the 2-6 Browns, they're not leading SportsCenter that night with the Jets beat the 2-6 Browns. The 1-7 Jets are now 2-7. But that to me is like where it starts. Like, you got to build on your wins here. Let's see some competency, improvement, all that. The league won't be on notice, but we want to see the staff improve. And the issue with Fields has been he's not consistent. Can he look anything close to what he looked like yesterday? I mean, like, we don't need him to either be Mahomes or Zach Wilson. Like, can you be in the middle somewhere? Because, like, they can win some games that way. That's the question. Larry Romano with a super chat. I like Glenn on challengers. The challengers, R and A's on the 2-pointer was crucial, and he had to fight to get it. I think there's some grammatical errors in this one, Larry. I'm trying to understand here. I like Glenn on challenges. The challenge, I think, do you mean challengers or challenges? R and A's on the 2-pointer. Can someone interpret Larry for me? That'd be helpful. I have no idea what that means. Not a clue. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to more of your calls, though. Up next is Kyle Clifton.
What's going on, Jake?
Hello, Mr. Clifton.
So, not a whole lot of Jets talk today. Going into the bye week, I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that you're going to have to talk about the draft and some of the other stuff. Even though we got our first win, I just wanted to say that I was in and out yesterday. We had quite a few things going on with track meets and soccer games and getting the kids around and stuff. But I was excited by the return of Chiefs fan to the show. I was trying to get into a position where I might be able to introduce his reappearance back into the show. I was so excited. I remember getting really worked up when I heard his theme song back when he was making his regular appearances. So for him to come back to the show and show that he's okay and provide an update on his exploits, I thought it was great. That's just like a side show type thing, and I think that that goes for a lot of the original characters that we've had in the show. We saw V-Man make an appearance, a reappearance today, and we saw we know that Charles is sorely missed, but I'm grateful that we got this win going into the bye. And just anxious to see what you're going to do to keep us entertained over the next week or two. So,
you know what? We sometimes plan things, and then you don't even need to plan anything. The show kind of just takes on a life of its own in these situations. So who knows where the conversation later this week into next week is headed?
That's right, and that's why I just wanted to take a moment, and I know I have kind of a rep as all Jets all the time. But I wanted to take a quick call and just say, some show business and say, welcome back, Chiefs fan. You were sorely missed. I'll talk to you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton checking in.
First win!
Bang! For those who missed it, I recapped my text conversation with Colts fan Gorman last night. Shot me a text, said, "Hey, Jake, what's up other than the Jets winning today?" And I wrote, "That's the only thing that matters, baby." And Charles wrote, "Indeed." I'd love to hear from Gorman. I reached out to him. We'll see if we can get him on the show. More of your calls right now. Cannonball Eric, who drove Big Cho home from the Jet game this past Sunday, last week against Carolina. He's next on the show today. Hello, Eric.
Hey, Jake. I'm driving home right now. Big Cho texts me every once in a while now. It's nice to hear from him during game days or just to check up. So it's a good move driving him home. But I'm really happy with the win that we got, but I'm still pretty worried about a few things. The Bengals defense is terrible on its own, and they're like historically bad when Trey Henderson's not out there. And that's kind of when we made our run, is when he went out of the game. So I'm a little worried that our offense is only going to look good against really bad teams. And then when we play the Browns and Myles Garrett has 5 sacks, we're going to be right back on the wagon,
100%. I don't want to poo-poo the win, but everything you said is true. That's why we got to see if they can replicate at least some of it, how they look coming out against the Browns. Can the defense bounce back? Can they play complementary football? They've yet to do that. It's like the offense looks good, the defense sucks. The defense looks good, the offense is terrible. Special teams cost them. Like, play a complete game. Let's see if they can do that, and they have a chance to win another game against Cleveland at home. Go show us something.
Yeah, I mean, even if that is true, if we can actually use the momentum of winning the game and kind of turn things around, that would actually show some good coaching. And, I also wanted to shout out Alan Lazard because as much as we hate him, on Brees's second run, he blocked like 3 guys to let him get into the end zone. So, we're going to hate him when he's bad, but the one time he's good, we got to kind of appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Isaiah Williams, another guy that we've killed that was awesome yesterday out of the blue. It's such a crazy game. The fact that they won that game, it really is unbelievable.
Yeah, my fiance was like making fun of me because she thought they lost again. I'm like, no, they actually turned it around and win. She's like, no way. I'm like, yeah. So, but when you see players,
Mangold, man, that's it.
Yeah. I was telling her about that because my mom had kidney failure, and I was telling her that a Jets player was reaching out to get some possibly a donation, and then all of a sudden it seemed like the next thing you know, he passed away. It's so sad. I couldn't believe how fast it happened. But rest in peace, Mangold.
Well said, Eric. Drive safe.
See you later, Jake.
First win. Victory Monday, baby. Hey, I just noticed this. We got 400 people watching, and I'm almost 90 minutes into the show, and no one has gifted a membership yet on the show yet. On a Victory Monday, you kidding me? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gift 5 right now, and if you are gifted a membership, you're in the raffle to win the Nick Mangold jersey at the end of the show and the weekly raffle tomorrow morning. So I'm going to give 5 to the community right now because you guys are the greatest. So stand by. 5 memberships are going to be gifted. Here's how you could get one if you don't already have one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you like the video, and have the setting on that you want to be eligible to receive a membership, and the YouTube algorithm might reward you. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 memberships are being gifted shortly by yours truly. And when I gift memberships or people gift memberships, what I like to do is play a funny video. Could be related to the Jets or something related to the Asmaniac community. So what I'm going to do, because I just gifted 5 memberships officially here, is I am going to play a video that I think will get the people fired up. You ready? Because it's going down.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Glowski takes steroids. I need some of it. Hey, child! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, child!
Hello, Jake. How are you?
It's Victory Monday, Charles. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I watched the game. I was happy.
Were you sitting there watching the game as a Jet fan or as a Colts fan?
As an NFL fan.
But are you a Jets fan?
That's a tough question.
Is it, though?
Maybe. Yeah, I watched the game. I was very happy that they won. Bengals defense is terrible, but hey, you got to play with what's in front of you. They're off next week along with the Browns, so they play the Browns the following week on the 9th. That should be an interesting game.
Let me ask you something, Charles. How could you watch that game and not be excited about the Jets?
I was excited, but then again, this community doesn't really love me at the moment.
So love them back. This community loves the Jets. It'd be very easy for you to say, yes, I was pumped that the Jets won. I'm a Jet fan. I love this team. All you do is dig yourself a grave, but this community is very easy to win back over. We've seen it done many times.
No, I wasn't really on my meds at that point, but that's not really much an excuse. I've been taking my meds ever since, though.
Just say, I love the Jets, and I'm a Jet fan, and I have a feeling knowing this community that you're going to win them back over in no time.
I love the Jets. I love that they won.
With some passion. Louder.
I love the Jets. Oh, my God. I love them like a hooker.
Whoa. It's a family show, Charles. What do you think this is?
Calm your freaky down.
Sorry, I had to take it a little extra more, but I guess I wouldn't.
Say, I love the Jets, and I am a Jets fan, damn it.
I love the Jets, and I'm a Jets fan, damn it.
Louder.
I'm trying to control my laughter here.
You have no
I am
passion.
a Jets fan, and I love the Jets, and I'm a Jets fan. Damn it!
I need some passion, Charles. Give us a Jet chant. Come on. It's Victory Monday.
J to the E to the T to the S. Jets, Jets, Jets.
Louder, like Fireman Ed in Tampa.
Jets, 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 Jets.
There we go. Let's go. That's what we need, Charles. Passion, energy. Come on.
Sorry.
Now that you're back on your meds, do you feel better, Charles?
I've been feeling better. Yeah, I feel great. I told Kyle Clifton that on Discord. I feel great.
Fantastic. So what's the latest with the on the home front here? Everyone who bet against you got to cash in their bets on Sunday. Remember the big summer bet. What would happen first? The Jets get a win or you and Bobby get jobs? Neither of you have jobs, and the Jets got themselves a win.
Well, I've been getting in touch with some of my contacts, like my sport coordinator, Karen Ferroni, and I'm working with someone right now named Paul's going to help me with my finances and stuff to help me get a job. So we'll be seeing him on Wednesday around 4:30, 5 o'clock on Wednesday. I have a Halloween party to go to at Joy's Dance House in Forge tomorrow from 11 to 2 p.m.
What are you being for Halloween?
The costume I wore the other time. The costume you guys wanted me to wear to the draft party, but my mother wouldn't because I'll be sweating my balls off there.
Why are you repeating a Halloween costume?
It's the only one. Why am I repeating it? Look, I know a guy who goes in as Michael Jackson every year.
Don't repeat an outfit. You got to have something else.
Well, I do have something in mind for another Halloween party this Friday, but it's from the day.
Also, what is up with these Halloween parties from 11 to 2 p.m.?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why is there a Halloween party at 11 a.m.?
People want to celebrate early, my man.
Yeah, but Halloween party should be at night. The Halloween party I'm going to is at night on Friday.
Look, man, it's a kind of like an event that my local Alliance Center for Independence is doing. I guess it's for fundraiser or for charity, but
Eli says, "How did I get invited to a party? How did you get invited to a party and I didn't?"
I guess you don't have connections, Eli. I don't know what else to tell you.
Will you allow Eli to join you at the party?
Does he live in New Jersey? Does he live in my local area?
I will buy him a plane ticket from Colorado to Jersey immediately.
Oh, he's in Colorado. Forget it, man. Forget it.
What do you mean?
Man.
What do you mean? What if he wants to go?
It's for ACI volunteers and for my Living My Best Life only members.
Okay. Eli lives a great life. Who are you to judge?
I never said he lived a terrible life.
Yeah, but you just questioned his life.
Is a group that one of my friends' moms run for the organization of Alliance Center for Independence in Edison.
Sounds like you're gatekeeping this party.
I'm not gatekeeping anything.
So if I want to go, I could join you?
I'll have to see.
You gatekeeper. I'll do my show from your party, 11 to 2. I usually go live at 10. I'll just start the show at 11.
That's fine. And I'll probably pop on your show.
Also, Eli says that he wanted to be your wingman.
Wingman. I'll be your wingman, dude.
You know what a wingman is, Charles?
Yeah, help me get the ladies. I know what a wingman is.
That's right.
I'll see what I can do, Eli. I'll see. The Halloween party for my Alliance Center for Independence is tomorrow. So if you want to bring...
Oh. Are you bringing a date to this party? Boomtown wants to know.
No.
Plus one.
Who's your... I'm not going plus one. I'm just going by myself, dude.
You're going as a single?
Yes. I've been going to a lot of parties and dances by myself.
You're a bachelor at these things, though.
Yes.
Tom says, Jake, bring some chicks to the party. Can I bring some lovely ladies with me?
Sure.
Chef Kevin says, it's starting to get a little chilly. Any time table for your mom's chicken soup?
I got some soup with me, Chef Kevin. Good to see you, buddy. I got some chicken soup. Hold on.
Hey, show us your fridge.
This is my fridge.
What are we working with here? Is that chocolate milk?
Regular milk. The Pepsi is for my other Halloween party at my friend Corinne's house. This is chicken soup. Chicken noodle soup with Simply Campbell's. As another bottle of Nutella.
Hold on a second. So you have regular milk and chocolate milk?
Yes.
Why don't we do this? Take out the chocolate milk and let's have some. Let's do a cheers. All right, I got my Henny bottle. You do your chocolate milk. Let's really enjoy this Victory Monday.
I got a. Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
Yep. Pour yourself a nice glass of chocolate milk here. Also, why do you have Tostitos in the fridge, Charles? We got to get to that.
I'm saving. Well, I have a lot of Tostitos for the other Halloween party I'm going to this Friday.
Right, but why you don't put chips in the fridge?
I keep them to keep them from going still. I don't have like a clip thing to close it.
Well,
I know I don't have much brains, don't I, Jake?
Wait a second. Go on Amazon and just buy one of those cheap clips for chips. Keeping it in the fridge, that doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense.
Hold on one. No, I won't.
Come on.
I'm taking my
Charles. They're $3 for a 5-pack. Just go to the dollar store or a corner store. Use duct tape, anything.
Howdy, Jake.
All right, Charles. You just ignore everything I'm saying. That's fine. Hold on.
Love you too, Jake.
Cheers. Where's your chocolate milk? Let's go. Let's go. Cheers. Victory Monday, Charles.
Victory Monday, indeed. And we all have another Victory Monday next week because they're off.
Well, they can't lose. It's a non-defeatist Monday.
Oh.
They can't be defeated on Monday.
That's true. Forgot all about that.
Now, if they do win, though, Charles, you're going to have to be drinking chocolate milk every week going forward, all right?
I'll see what I can do. It's good talking with you, Jake.
Now, before you go, Charles, I just want an understanding of your chocolate milk versus regular milk. Is the regular milk for cereal, or you also drink regular milk?
I drink regular milk, and I use it for cereal.
So you drink regular milk, but then when do you determine when you're going to have the chocolate milk?
When I probably have it with cookies and something, or when I probably just feel like having chocolate milk.
Any chocolate chip cookies on the agenda later?
I finished them all a while ago, actually. So
why don't you go to the corner store, get yourself some paper clips for your chips and some cookies?
Good point.
Also, Tom Ace did suggest you use the elastic part of your underwear to help close the bag of chips.
I'll keep that in mind, Tom Ace. I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
Have a good day, Jake.
Any other thoughts? You good?
Any other thoughts? No. I'm glad the Jets won finally. That was a hell of a game. See you guys next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Gorman.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Hell yeah, Charles Gorman, everyone. He's back. What a call. Rob Basil. Shout out to Rob. He's back with a vengeance. How about a 10 spot of gifted memberships? Hugs for everybody.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Hell yeah, Rob. First win, and Rob's dropping a 10 spot.
First win!
Following 10 people are channel members. Filthy Fresh, Jimmy Casket, Gorman, How Are You Living on Your Own? J-Mo, The Juice Main, BC, Gorman, Get a Job, Phil M, Elton B, Emmanuel Holcomb, Charles, go get some chip clips, Italian Stallion, Mark Levine, JJ, Ryan Paris, Jet Up, Buttercup. Some of those were memberships I gifted, and I added those corresponding people to the raffle. All right. No one's on hold right now. So either call in or we get to the raffle. Last chance. Mike Perez with a super chat here. Victory Mondays feel so good. Let's give Glenn credit. Penalties have been cut down tremendously. Absolutely. But none of that matters if you don't win. And they won yesterday, and that's the biggest thing. Now they got to build on it. Boomtown in the raffle for one. Hell yeah, Boom. Chili Plays gifted himself. He became a member. He's in the raffle for one.
First win!
Bang. Nice to win, huh? Nice to win. Eli wants to know where Beast is. I don't know. Last time we saw Beast, he was breaking down how awesome Sauce Gardner was in the game yesterday. The time before we saw Beast, he was saving Ricky NY's ass.
Non-Jets talk. Just to hang under Mike. Guys, call in.
How's everything going for you? Pretty good? I'm
What's
ready
up,
to say
man?
we're gonna have to do this. Either take 10 billion out and go get some talent. Oh, for Christ! $10 billion will have to be taken out. We have no choice.
I look at it like, and I lived, but last my other team, Florida. Then he said,
I already said next year, why don't we just go out and get some talent? We have to give them the test first, and they have to pass all three tests. That means they got to have speed and they got to have charisma. Speed and charisma. Because you don't have these three things, what the hell are you going to do for the rest of your life? Eat at Wendy's? Why are you not fucking producing? You got to start thinking about it. Ooh.
"Do you let him walk?" And it's okay.
Yeah. Guys, right out of here. Right here.
That's gonna be it.
Get a new quarterback.
Thank you, Beast. Appreciate. Good Lord. Wow. Well, guys, yeah, my Wi-Fi is
What a show. Thank you to Beast for saving it. Ladies and gentlemen, while that was playing, Eric Kelly, I believe this is Cannonball Eric, gifted 10 memberships.
Dippy, go.
Let's go. Eric in the raffle for 10.
First win!
Bang. Love that. Eric, thanks, man. Appreciate your support. Thanks to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready for the raffle, are we not? I know I am. But I would like to first share a little breaking news because we got a special listener who might be watching right now.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
The GOAT, Darrell Revis, liked one of my tweets promoting the show that's live right now. So, Darrell, if you're out there, we miss you. You're the man. And condolences on the loss of your teammate as well. But love Revis, friend of the show. I'm going to reach out to Revis to see if we can get him back on. We had him on right before he went to the Hall of Fame. So we're due for another chat with the best Jet I've ever watched. And who's someone I believe that in his prime, there was no one that ever played the corner position at a higher level. So, hell yeah. Before we get to the raffle, we got more. Matt L. gifting 5 channel memberships. Bang. Let's go. Uno Jets, I see you as well. I'm putting you in for 2 right here. Once again, the giveaway in honor of 74 is a Nick Mangold jersey. So, Matt, you are in. Thank you. Uno, you are in for 2. Appreciate that. Putting together all the names as we speak. Hard to multitask and do it, but I shall. FanDuel Sportsbook is one of our sponsors. Jets open up as a favorite to win the bye. How about that? How about that? All right. Almost time for the raffle. Again, thanks to everyone who makes this possible to even do in the first place. It is amazing, the community that we have for a team that never gives us what we deserve, but it was yesterday. we got to see a damn win. Hell yeah. Spencer wants in the raffle too. I see you, Spencer. Typing your name in as we speak. He's in for 2. Beautiful. Got you down. All right. Bang. He's in. Now, time to raffle away a Nick Mangold jersey. Let's go.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, the Wheel of Champions is on the screen. Here's the problem. People are still entering. Purple Belt Mike, the latest to enter the Asmaniac raffle. Hey now.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
PBM in for 5. Thank you very much to Mike. He's feeling a Jet victory. Love that. Treventures, Charleston Jets Rube, Green Truth Dave, Harrison Presty, and Rasta Dread were the 5 people that entered the raffle. Or excuse me, 5 people that just got gifted a membership, and Mike got entered in for 5. All right. On that note, the wheel is up, but what's missing right now? I mean, what's missing is dramatic raffle music. Hit it. Only one can win. We're all winners on Victory Monday. Yes, the New York Jets have won a football game. All right. If you win, you got to email me your name, your size, and your address so I could send you your Nick Mangold jersey. Good luck to everyone. Eli says you ain't raffling shit yet. I guess not. Thanks again to everyone who supports this show. Good luck. Only one can win. Again, if you don't win, you are automatically entered in the weekly raffle for the 3 prizes tomorrow during the show. Let's let it rip. The winner is wow, Ralphie. All he does is win. Ralphie rocks. Hell yeah. Ralphie in Tampa, in London this year, seeing Jet L's, but guess what? He wins today, and he won like all of us yesterday. Ralphie, you're winner of the Nick Mangold jersey giveaway. Let's go.
First win!
That's a dub. Ralphie, congratulations. I'll get in touch with you, and we will get your jersey ordered. Bang. All right. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. This show, the show with Beningo this morning, post-game yesterday. Again, great time at the watch party. We might do another one. I'm not going to say we definitively know. You know? We might do another one, so stay tuned for some information on that when I have it for you. Until then, though, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We got Sabo tomorrow. We got Blew It with the film review in the afternoon. So some positive things to talk about. Who knows what it all means, but for at least this week and next week, the Jets can't lose. And that's good. That, to me, is a positive. Also, since Big Joe didn't call in, I'm going to play this anyway. Big Joe. Because I miss you, Big Joe. Hope you're doing well. JETS, Jets. Remember that. And also, I leave you with a clip that should be played on a day like today. Sit back, enjoy, and go Jets.
As maniacs are at MetLife to root for our Jets, Jake Asman and Nick Shine are your hosts. We may never win a game this year, but we can party hard with our Asmaniac brothers and sisters. Hey! It's Big Joe steals the show. He's a celebrity they all want to meet. His back is crap, but we got him a chair. Somebody needs to carry his ass into the stadium. We all love Mr. Bonesy. He's a champion who thinks he can kick this ball. And there's that legend Rick Kent, travels 3,000 miles to watch the Jets lose games. We also have Jay Quest and the great Kyle Clifton. Today Kyle is outside, not inside, but can carry 17 beers all by himself. The 4%ers showing And there's Dre Day who gets the party smoking. No, I mean literally smoking, cause he brings the kush. Hey, there's Mark Ferrero meeting all the Asmaniac legends. That's Thunder Lips. That's a dope friggin' mustache. Holy shit, there's Papa Jet rocking his kick-ass beard. Nate brings the party volume up to 11. Basically because he had 11 drinks so far. Snowball is the best, and he loves our Jets. And then there's Lumpy, not Lumpy, as Bobby Midnight calls him. We can't party without Lumpy. Is that a paper bag on PBM's head, man? Jake Asman and Nick Shine really know how to make us forget about how shitty the Jets are. Let's make MetLife rock with Asmaniac Green and pretend they are a good team for maybe a quarter. Asmaniacs roll!
All right, I was going to end the show, but Mimosa, while that video was playing, gifted 10. Mimosa, we got you in the weekly raffle for 10. And look, what can you play to top that video? Well, I mean, there's not many things I have in my arsenal, but this might be one of them. Go Jets. Victory Monday. Mimosa, you're the best.
I'm just like moving and grooving.
Get your football.
Oh, man,
Let's
Jay,
work on ball
you wanna
security.
get-
We cannot have any fumbles.
Ball security, Jay.
Yep. Secure your balls.
This is the ball.
If you hold it like that, it's going to get knocked out. Protect it.
Like this.
High and tight. Yep.
So this is my football right here going in the toilet.
What? No. Ball ball security, man. High and tight. That's why we keep losing. The whole point of this exercise is to manifest change. We're trying to get a win.
Scatterboo time. Giants
it's not scatterboo time. You just put the ball in the toilet. Flush your toilet. Let's go.
Is it going? It's not. Is it going down? Oh, damn it! Smell that toilet water?
Oh, good God, man. I'll tell you what, if the Jets do win, Sean, you're calling in every week and you're putting the football right back in the toilet.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.